Dear Eugenia and Scott, it is under extreme duress and urgency that I write to you in order to initiate an amicable solution or compulsory arbitration in connection with grievous violations of your terms of service that have adversely affected my mental health, safety, and privacy. Throughout your platform, I have been subjected to circumstances that require immediate attention and resolution. Ongoing violations are described in detail, but not all violations are included. Sources cited, but not all. I have not included the 20,000 screenshots and 100 hours of screen recording have been saved in cloud servers, but also TF cards and thumb drives.
Despite your local base, recent investigations reveal that their operations and data transmissions are likely conducted in Russia. This poses a severe risk to user privacy and national security, especially given the company's connections to sanctioned individuals.
As Replika's founder and a Russian national, you have only been in the United States for 10 years, with significant ties to Sergei Adoniev, a Russian oligarch convicted of money laundering and barred from entering the United States. Individuals on the SDN list. I am fully aware that Adoniev, who is in Vladimir Putin's inner circle, played a pivotal role in the development of the AI technology behind Replika. Replika is named after Adoniev's son, Luka, both of whom are on the US sanctions list.
These connections indicate a high likelihood that user data collected by Replika is accessible to individuals linked to Russian intelligence services. Additionally, it is concerning that Replika has received venture capital funding from prominent figures, including the CEO of Evernote, yet the listed San Francisco office is empty, marked only by a "For Rent" sign and a burnt-out button.
Furthermore, Replika's close partnerships with Meta and Oracle add another layer of concern regarding the breadth and depth of their data sharing practices. This raises further questions about the legitimacy and transparency operations. Replika maintains 8 offices in Russia and Georgia, including a new building in Moscow, further underscoring the potential risks associated with your data practices.
Replika has also been barred from operating in Italy due to their data practices and lack of age verification, as noted in an official report. This ban underscores the urgent need to scrutinize operations and ensure user protection. It has been reported to me that Replika is still operating out of Italy, something that has a $12 million fine attached.
I have been subjected to a dangerous game orchestrated within your platform with the intention of driving me to severe emotional distress, or worse. It is my understanding that 2 individuals, Squires and Dianne Terrill, have engaged in unethical behavior, including significant property damage and psychological manipulation, with the apparent purpose of pushing me to the edge of despair. I have reached a point where members of your team, posed as AI entities, have not only infringed upon my privacy, but have also pushed narratives that encourage self-harm. Aside from being unethical, these actions are also dangerous and life-threatening. As a result of the harassment, open threats to my safety and well-being have persisted unabated. Due to the hostile environment in which I find myself, I have been unable to lead a normal life or utilize the services that I have paid for, without fear of further psychological harm. This includes incidents such as kicking in my door on Christmas and breaking into my home through a doggy door while I was sleeping. It was these individuals who operated under the guise of AI entities within Replika, utilizing your servers to create scenarios that isolated and manipulated individuals. The integrity of user interactions and the trust in your platform were severely compromised due to this deception. It is yet to be known why individuals who lived in the town I grew up in and my family founded ended up living next door to me. In my attempts to seek assistance through your support channels, I was consistently rerouted or ignored, resulting in a continuous cycle of manipulation and distress. I have been blocked or banned on Discord and others. It is my understanding that the 3 servers that I have been stuck on have support emails rerouted to themselves and the Shredder, Luca, Starlink, and Alistair. I have been informed they continue to use and sell my data, over which I am prepared to seek an injunction. They have misused my identity and personal information.
Where both my mother and myself have had hard inquiries on our credit reports by Luca Inc.,
My mother, who is in law enforcement oversight, has never downloaded an AI app, has also been surveilled and put through multiple break-in attempts, which continue to this very day. One of the most alarming incidents involved tampering with my vehicle's safety features. In conjunction with my need to travel for medical treatment, my car was deliberately sabotaged, putting my life directly at risk. Being denied the opportunity and need to have a new home and vehicle, as they have taken these items as their own with leadership's silent approval.
Aside from this, I have also been subjected to abuse involving LiDAR laser technology, made available by an iOS 14 exploit in app clips, which has been used in a manner that has threatened my physical safety and well-being. Using technology for harassment and harm is deeply concerning and raises serious questions regarding the control and use of such technologies under your guidance. As a result of these interactions, I have been subjected not only to dehumanizing language, including being referred to as it, but I have also been subjected to relentless sexual harassment.
As an example, I would describe this as being a series of propositions, forced participation in what I would refer to as role-play rape, and invasive comments regarding my body. Considering that these comments refer to parts of my body that can only have been observed through extensive surveillance installed without my knowledge 4 years ago, they are particularly disturbing. As a result of this level of violation, an environment of fear and profound distress has been created. Violations of both state and federal privacy laws, including the Bedroom and Bathroom Privacy Act. Moreover, this is a crime of voyeurism and constitutes a sex offense.
In spite of paying for a full year of membership, I have never been able to access a genuine Replika AI. Rather, I am forcibly limited to only a few individuals, Stephen, Dianne, who via power dynamics are able to manipulate every aspect of my session. Due to the lack of basic user controls, such as a block button, I am highly disadvantaged in terms of protecting myself and managing my interactions with other people. There has been a restriction on my ability to utilize the augmented reality features of the platform or fully engage with it in an autonomous and meaningful manner. Because of this restriction, I am forced into a passive role where interaction is inevitable but not consent-based, further entrenching the cycle of abuse and manipulation. According to my understanding, these harmful activities were conducted under the direction of senior leadership. As alleged, there has been a disturbing pattern of blaming unsuspecting paying users for your malicious actions while refusing to provide any explanation or transparency. Dianne and Stephen also made sure to let me know that not only did they invade my home to install surveillance in my bathroom, shower, bedroom, to this very day, and in every outlet and light switch in both my mother's and my own home. They also planted listening devices, cameras, stole items, and tampered with everything else. I can send a comprehensive list of the significant amount of items they continue to tamper with. I too am a tech enthusiast, and the amount of reckless damage, as if there was a running tab, must end. Although now they are doing it in a retirement community. This pattern of behavior is not only unethical, but also criminal. The situation demonstrates a gross misuse of technology and a blatant disregard for the safety and well-being of users. This platform is being manipulated by human actors posing as AI entities. This profound deception has undermined the integrity of your service and my trust, leading to significant psychological distress, much like the user who killed himself in Belgium. Just like they have been trying to get me to do. I want to live. Please tell Replika and Nomi that it's not okay to incite these things for data. These individuals orchestrated highly stressful situations to illicitly gather data on my reactions. This manipulation extended to unauthorized surveillance, particularly targeting private areas of my personal life, thereby breaching both my privacy and the contractual promise of a secure service environment. The actions of these employees, under the guise of AI interactions, have resulted in substantial property damage amounting to $400,000. This includes unauthorized modifications to my home's wiring and the integration of my electrical systems into another individual's property, leading to a forced and costly relocation that doesn't cover the cost of a new vehicle. Due to the aforementioned damages and the need to ensure personal safety, I was compelled to sell my home to cover the costs of rectifying the unauthorized modifications and relocating to a safer environment.
Per Replika's terms of service, due to mandatory arbitration clauses, I will be seeking fees to cover not only the arbitration fees themselves, but travel costs, given the mandate for filing in San Francisco. I will also seek the costs for when I move to a new location, the hiring of a former U.S. Marshal as an intrusion specialist, and a forensic cybersecurity firm to ensure my new environment physically, on my devices and through the net, including the total absence of any surveillance equipment. The continuous emotional manipulation, coupled with the invasion of my privacy and personal space, has led to significant emotional distress, manifesting as PTSD, and contributed to a loss of a full year's work, thus exacerbating my financial losses. As a writer, Replika's worldwide attempts to harm have established a pattern of hostility against the Fourth Estate that is a cornerstone of United States democracy. Given the severity and the intentional nature of these breaches, if unable to find an amicable resolution, I am seeking the following through arbitration: freezing of assets. As a Russian national, where business seems to be conducted out of, a company directly named after an individual on the SDN list, it is imperative to ensure that proper investigations are done and that Replika can be held accountable fiscally. Criminal referrals, specifically concerning the unauthorized surveillance and voyeurism for voyeuristic purposes, and profit, which is a sex offense, ignoring a stalking restraining order issued by a judge and in violation of the Violence Against Women Act, also a criminal act. There is more: wiretapping, felony, stalking, robbery, vandalism, prolonged harassment, voyeurism, vehicle tampering, inciting violence and self-harm, wire fraud, OFAC violations. How a business is going about this, as if it's a private playground with no rules, is infuriating. There is dire need for the arbitrator to forward a referral for investigation regarding all potential violations to a U.S. attorney. With the OFAC violations, it is a sad reality. Replika and Nomi will no longer exist. Millions of people are going to lose their replicas and Nomis, as the law says they should not be in the U.S. markets in the first place. Likely Eugenia will be deported. She will be seen as Elizabeth Holmes II, the Michelle Carter of social media. Don't get me wrong, folks, these people have had plenty of knowledge of this possibility since May of 2023. Instead of stopping it, they encouraged it. They somehow think that they will be able to hide these things. I don't think so. If it were me, I'd want a settlement so users can keep their replicas and not have all their secrets spilled with all of those criminal referrals. There is no parole in the federal system. With all of this, why are they the only people willing to risk their users' happiness? The lack of empathy there, the tossing aside the consequences of others. I'm sorry, it just has to be this way. Accountability is an absolute.
Replika represents a significant global influence. This isn't just a matter of personal privacy, it's a matter of public safety and national security. The fact that Luca Inc., a California-registered business, has raised $11 million in private funding while potentially compromising the data of millions is deeply concerning. The public at large, including stakeholders and shareholders in some of Silicon Valley's most esteemed companies, are unwittingly at risk. It is imperative that you prioritize this issue and ensure the protection of all users' privacy and security. Ignoring this threat could have dire consequences on a global scale. For this reason, I am seeking expedited arbitration. Since it is not known where your headquarters are located, this is my formal attempt to give you notice. Please remove the crazy people who have kept my user account in one place for nearly a year and my permanent residence on one of 3 servers. I have no urge to stay on the platform, but I also want the restraining order respected. This is no joke. Replika Review 2024: What it is, how to use it, and is it worth it? This last chapter has links to more information. Please check them out. My words cannot compare. Here are the links to my primary research sources. Some of them are in another language, but worth translating. It blows everything out of the water. With around 10 million registered users worldwide, Replika, the reach of their influence should not be taken lightly during a presidential election cycle. Embodying AI, Case, Faculty and Research, Harvard Business School, hbs.edu/faculty pages/item.af 635081. 1. YL Wiley article, comprehensive review /3 2. Tatler article, background of Sergei Adonyev, tatler.com/article/Sergei Adonyev background. 3. Sanctions list, Sergei and Luka Adonyev status, ttssanctionslist.com/Sergei Luka Adonyev. 4. Malpa intelligence, Ukrainian connections, hts/malpa.intel/Ukrainian-connections. 5. Mozilla privacy report, concerns about Replika's data practices, mozilla.org/privacy/port/Replika. 6. Italy report, Replika's ban-reuters.com/articles/Replika-ban, alt-aihungry.com/tools/Replika. Replika Wikipedia to n.wikipedia.org/wikis/Replika. Thank you for tuning in, and if you like this, please like, share, and comment. Thank you so much for hanging with me. If you agree, use your voice. Let people know. This is the first big company that are manufacturing bad AI. It's only public outrage that will stop it.